Lifting Operation Management System, lifting of personnel. When confirming the need to lift personnel, you are to consider, there is no other safe alternative to lifting personnel. Have the reasons for personnel lifting and job objectives been adequately explained? Has the risk assessment and the specific plan procedure for personnel lifting been reviewed? Are the current environmental conditions suitable for performing the activities? Have all involved personnel attended a toolbox talk? Has a competent person reviewed the rescue plan and examined the associated equipment? Is the relevant permit to work in place? Have all control measures been implemented? Have all other planned activities that may interfere with personnel lifting been stopped? Have do not use warning signs been placed on any other machinery which may interfere with compromise the safety of the operation, machinery isolated if possible? If over-the-side working is possible, has a standby boat been notified? Have the radios been checked and tested, using a dedicated channel? Is the rider wearing a helmet chin strap? Is the crane marked suitable for personnel lifting and is the crane certification in date? Is the crane operator aware that they are not to leave the crane while the person is being lifted? Are the loose items tied off to the harness rider securely? Are the landing areas clear of obstructions and marked? Is the carrier marked with SWL number of people suitable for personnel lifting? Is the carrier floor non-slip? Has the carrier been designed, fabricated, and tested under the relevant standard? When transfers over water, is the carrier fitted with flotation? When using a crane to lift personnel, you are to consider, has it been established that no other viable option of carrying out the work is available? Are all the necessary certificates for the crane wire ropes, slings, and another associated equipment current? Has the crane and associated equipment been thoroughly inspected by a competent person? Is the crane in good condition, regularly inspected, maintained, and are records kept substantiating this? Are all the safety features and systems working properly, example, rated capacity indicators, overhoist limiters? In the event of a complete power failure, does the crane maintain the load in a safe condition, example, do the brakes fail to the applied position? Are the brakes applied progressively, example, to avoid shock or snatch loading? In the event of a complete power failure, can the load be lowered manually to a position where the person can be recovered safely, or is self-rescue equipment available? In the event of a primary brake or transmission system failure, is the load be prevented from free-falling? Example, is there a secondary braking system or does the transmission system have hydraulic retardation to prevent this? Is the crane fitted with an emergency stop, which is located for immediate operation by the crane operator, except North American regions? Is the crane designed so that inadvertent free fall is prevented when the drivetrain is in motion or the hook is loaded? Is the crane certified for personnel lifting and marked as suitable for personnel lifting? When using a winch to lift personnel, you are to consider, have the reasons for personnel lifting and job objectives been adequately explained? Have the risk assessment and the specific plan procedure for man riding been reviewed? Are the current environmental conditions suitable for performing man riding activities? Have all involved personnel attended a toolbox talk? Has a competent person reviewed the rescue plan and examined the associated equipment? Is the relevant permit to work in place? Have all control measures been implemented? Have all other planned activities that may interfere with man riding been stopped? Have do not use warning signs been placed on any other machinery which may interfere with compromise the safety of the operation, machinery isolated if possible. If over-the-side working is possible, has a standby boat been notified? Have the hand signals for raise, stop, and lower been agreed by all involved? Has the winch operator agreed on the principle of no signal equals no movement? If using radios, have the raise, stop, and lower commands been agreed with by all involved? Have the radios been checked and tested, using a dedicated channel? Are the harness, carabiner shackle, and winch rope certification in date, clean and all in good condition? Has the harness been adjusted properly, and is the rider wearing a helmet chin strap? Is the winch line connected directly to the harness, example, no swivels or hooks? Is the winch marked man riding winch and is the winch certification in date? Is the winch wire in good condition, and spooled correctly, minute 5 turns on the drum? Where possible, have obstructions to vertical travel been removed or tied back? Are the manual automatic brakes operating correctly? Is the control lever marked, and does it return to neutral on release? Has the emergency stop facility been tested? Has the load limiter been tested? If a fall arrestor, inertia reel, is to be used, has it been tested before use, and does it have a separate means of connection to the harness? Note: safety hooks are not permitted. Is the winch operator aware that they are not to leave the winch while the person is man riding? Are the hand tools of sufficient size for easy handling? Are the hand tools tied off to the harness rider securely? Have the rider's pockets been emptied of loose articles, especially money and other small metal objects?